Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. I am here today to do an intuitive reading using a beautiful book of crystals called Stones of the Goddess, and to use my Crystal Grid Oracle cards and whatever else I feel called to use. But right now I'm just going to use these. And I just wanted to share a little bit about more about what I like to do as far as readings. It's not always tarot. I do love tarot, but I use a lot of crystals. And when I say I use a lot of crystals, I don't necessarily use a lot of physical crystals because they can be expensive and hard to find. But I've learned over the last few years that you don't even need an actual crystal in your hand to connect with the spirit and the essence of that crystal. And so I just wanted to share a little bit of how I do this. Not every day, I try to, but not every day. And today was a day I was called to connect with Mother Earth. And one of the best ways that I find to do that is through crystals. And so today, what I did is I had a beautiful meditation, and I was drawn again to my crystals, and I pulled out some. I have this beautiful amethyst bracelet. Again, you don't have to have the bracelets or the necklaces or any crystal. You can just call on the spirit of it, and I will talk more about that in a minute. But I put on this beautiful amethyst bracelet today, and again, you don't really have to know why, but when you sit with your crystals that you have, or the stones or the things that you like, and you figure out your intuition, and these are not stones by any means, but these beautiful earrings, I was just called to put these on today, so I did. And I also was called to put on my little bracelet that I got that has the spiral. It's one of my favorite things. It always reminds me to stay within yourself, always understand yourself. Whatever you're feeling, it helps to remind me to look within, and the answers are all there. So that's what I put on today. And then I came up here and I did my own little intuitive reading. And how I do it is I pick up the book and I just close my eyes, and I flip to a random page, and I stick my finger in there, and wherever my finger lands, I know that that's the stone I'm being called to that day. And for myself today, I had already gotten dressed, and it was blue jade, which is blue. I have on a blue shirt, and which, again, there's no coincidences. And the other one that was right next to it that I was very drawn to was Lemurian jade, which is black with gold, and I have black shorts on today. And so, again, I'm just telling you this to show, like, when you connect with spirit and you really look within yourself and you do this intuitively and just pick what literally feels good to you, it's usually confirmed in your outer world through these crystals and signs from the universe. So what I'm saying is I got dressed, and I'm learning now that when I pick my clothes and my jewelry and everything intuitively, it is just amazing. Like when I stop thinking like, oh, I want to have this feeling today, or I want to do this, which that is okay too, when you know what you're needing. But I find that when I don't think and I just feel and I look at what's available to me and I choose literally what just speaks to me, and I put it on without any like, okay, the old me or a previous version of me would have said, I can't wear these purple earrings with this cut off blue shirt, this ratty old shirt I'm going to wear because in a little bit I'm going to go out in the yard and I'm going to garden and it's going to get dirty. So it's a ratty old t-shirt. But you know what? I can wear whatever I want. Again, pick what feels good to you, and I'm going to help you hopefully find your own confidence in that. Okay. And so enough about me. shout out to Nicholas Pearson. His books are amazing. If you love crystals, you're drawn to crystals. And again, it doesn't have to be actual crystals, just a book. And the books are not expensive. And you can deeply connect with the essence and the spirit of these crystals. And another one that I love so much is by Alana Fairchild. I have many of her books as well as Nicholas's. And they're about so much more than just crystals. There's so much about, just check them out if you're interested in crystals and spirituality and the divine and a greater higher power, you'll absolutely love them. And so actually I started this video earlier and I stopped it, but so I sat down and I wanted to do an intuitive reading for all of you as a collective. And so I closed my eyes and thumbed through the book and I came to Pearl. Okay, so the Pearl. This beautiful, beautiful picture. It's obviously with some shells because they're usually found in the ocean. They're just so soft and beautiful and wonderful, and I immediately got this feeling of, soft, beautiful, like a motherly presence, like a motherly softness. Okay, and so I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's very long, but I mean, it's not that long, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. But that's the feeling that I got. And I would like to say, show you a little bit, Nicholas breaks this down beautifully and talks about these stones. He talks about their magical uses, elemental signatures that they have, astrological signatures, goddess archetypes that they are connected to or that you can connect with. And so I do have a necklace that has pearls in it. I don't know if they're real or not, doesn't matter. I thought about going to get it, but I said, no, that's what this is about. Like, we don't have to have it in our physical hands to connect with it. It can be by looking at this picture, reading the text, and feeling the essence of the stone that you're connecting with. And it also, after you read it, if you take a moment, and say a prayer, meditate with it and ask the spirit of Pearl to show me what I need to know to help me to heal. So the magical uses for this are for love, protection, healing, vision, beauty, wealth, luck, and happiness. And so today I would say, beautiful spirit of the Pearl, thank you for being with me today. Thank you for helping me to have a clear vision, to see my inner beauty. Please bring me any healing energy that you feel that I could use, and bring me some, love and protection and happiness, as we all deserve to feel that. I thank you for your ability to connect with me and to share with me all of your beautiful properties. And for that, I am so, so grateful. And so it shall be. Thank you. Now, you could do that before you read this. You could do it like I just did. Now read it. I mean, there are no rules. There's no right way to do this. As long as your intention is pure and you truly want to learn and become a better person via the spirit of Pearl, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what you say, how you say it. You don't have to say it out loud. You can say it in your head. Just do whatever feels good to you. And so it's just beautiful. The elemental signatures for Pearl are water, obviously, and spirit, which, the pearl is regarded as a very, I think, kind of divine stone. And yeah. And so that makes sense. It's astrological signatures with the moon, Neptune, Venus, Cancer, and Pisces. And the goddess types are Mother, Ocean Mother, and the Goddess of Love. That's so beautiful. So, as you know, pearls are produced in the ocean. They were once called like an onion by the Japanese. Pearls remain popular gems today with major center productions in several countries: China, Japan, French Polynesia, Australia, Indonesia, the Philippines, Myanmar, and the United States. From their color and shine to their watery origins and round shape, pearls have been regarded as sacred to the moon. The ancient peoples of Rome, the Middle East, and India all believed pearls to have been formed by heavenly dew that fell into the shells of the mollusks, usually during the full moon. That's really beautiful. In Japan, there was once a belief that moonbeams themselves caused the genesis of pearls in oysters. From their lunar association, pearls are naturally linked to the divine feminine. And I haven't read this before. Pearls are also deeply linked to the ocean mother. Astrologically, they are connected to planets and signs associated with the element of water. In India, the pearl is called Mother Gem of the Sea. Other oceanic goddesses, such as Yamaya, also esteem the pearl. Since this gem is formed underwater, it is held in the primordial womb of the supernal sea goddess. That also feels really cool. It can be used alongside aquamarine and Larimar to call on her aid. So it's formed underwater. Since this gem is formed underwater, it is held in the primordial womb of the supernal sea goddess. That's such a beautiful, beautiful image. Many cultures describe pearls as the tears of the goddess. Oh, that's also very beautiful. As the tears of the goddess. This association may in part be born of the salinity of both seawater and tears. In Norse tradition, when Frigg's son Balder is slain, the goddess wept tears that hardened into pearls upon falling onto mistletoe. Very interesting. The Romans nicknamed pearls tears of Venus, and Hebrew lore considers pearls to have first formed from Eve's tears after being cast out of Eden. Wow. And so also from their resemblance to the moon, which is also a thought I had earlier, is they look like the moon. The resemblance to the moon, pearls are connected to lunar goddesses such as Diana and Artemis. Very interesting. Artemis has been coming up in my personal life a lot, so I'm gonna think more on that, or intuit more into that. I'm not gonna think. Other goddesses with lunar associations were also given dominion over pearls, including Isis. In fact, the Romans dedicated pearls to her upon importing her worship from Egypt, and they wore pearl jewelry to obtain her favor. Pearls also symbolize feminine beauty and, by extension, goddess of love figures such as Aphrodite and Venus. Interesting. These goddesses, alongside the great goddess figures of ancient Syria, Atargatis, each took the epithet Lady of Pearls. Epithet. Very cool. I mean, there's much more information. Let me just see. They're associated with the divine feminine today, as traced by another author, Barbara Walker, in her text, The Book of Sacred Stones. In this ancient world, pearls were sacred to the great goddess, as Aphrodite Marina, whose body sexually symbolized the pearl gate of paradise and whose pearls of wisdom were dispensed by her priestesses. She was Christianized as the mythical Saint Margaret, whose name means pearl, as well as the Virgin Mary, who inherited the goddess's sea blue robe and necklace of pearls. Nonetheless, her gem retained pagan connotations. That's fascinating to me. I'm very much into all of that. So that's all. So this information is also for me, but as a collective, I'm sure this is resonating or sparking some real feelings in people. Wow, this is just beautiful. I mean, it goes on. The pearl is a representation of the chastity of the Virgin, and in the poem Annulus, the pearl is chosen to symbolize her perfection. Wow, there's some really cool stuff in here. Again, I don't want to get too far in, like, pearls symbolize love, beauty, luck, and protection. Powdered pearls are featured in love potions from east to west, and pearl jewelry is worn in India for a happy, faithful marriage. Oh. As a stone of wealth, the pearl is holy to Lakshmi. Wow. An old spell for attracting wealth centers on casting a pearl into a body of water or a rubbish heap. That's also very interesting. So the choice to use pearls is a personal one. In my collection, I only have a strand of antique pearls that once belonged to my grandmother, okay, which is interesting. The pearls that I have are from my grandmother. Many magicians and healers prefer to avoid pearls because living organisms die to provide them, which I can totally understand. Pearls require special care to maintain their beauty over the years. All right. Despite the lack of magical properties, imitation pearls can be used for symbolic effects by those who choose to avoid natural ones. Or, again, you can just call on the essence or the spirit of that crystal. So, again, there was more information in there, and maybe I just don't want to give you too much and bore you, and maybe I already did, and that's okay. But if you're still here, you love crystals, you would absolutely love all of his books. Just look at them and intuitively pick what feels good to you. There's many books of his, and he's amazing. And yeah. And so now let's do I love these Crystal Grid Oracle cards. Again, they're very fun. And they're easy to use. And again, it's just a way. I also do this sometimes when I just need to get out of my head and I just need to stop trying to analyze things, try to figure out why things are happening. I'll pick up cards, I'll pick up crystals, and I'll talk to them. I'll communicate with them. And these cards, I ask the spirits, again, to be with us right now. Show us what cards the collective needs to see. And yeah, let's give us some magic. Let's see what's out there, what you want me to see, what you want me to share with them. As I shuffle again, I have found a huge shift in my life. I've always been into stones and crystals. Maybe not really crystals, but stones. I was always a kid who always had picking up stones, and my mom really loved stones. And the area of country we live in, Michigan, there's lots of Petoskey stones, and so we were always on a mission to find those. And then as an adult, I came back to that. I kind of, left all that kind of whimsy and adventure and became serious and had to, you know what I'm saying. And I've just, recently reconnected with my inner child, and I'm back to, loving them, and they are alive, and they have properties, and they have a spirit that is connected. They come from the earth. They literally come from the earth. They are Mother Earth. So I don't know why it used, when I started doing this, it really surprised me at how powerful a shift in my energy I can have when I work with crystals, and how that energy I can carry with me throughout the day. And and the magic it just happens, and it's not by coincidence. Confirmation burp. Magic happens when you call on these crystals and the fairies and the angels and all the beings, any being that, resonates with you, that feels good. But I really love connecting with the unicorns and the fairies and the dragons and star beings, and all beings, the angels, the gods, the goddesses, the animals, nature, all of nature, every spirit in nature. It's when you can look at it that way and truly connect and know that everything in nature is here to teach us, and we can learn a lot from them. And that's what I'll say. And so 2 cards came out while I was talking and shuffling. And the first card is number 19. Okay. I love numbers. So 19 might be significant for you. 9 might be significant for you. 1 might be significant. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 might be significant. So all those numbers from this one card. And this card, it says angels, selenite and angelite. What a beautiful card. It has feathers on it and a beautiful crystalline grid. Now, these cards, sorry, I have a little thing holding my phone and it's driving me nuts. These cards I literally got at an antique store down the road. They probably were somebody else's old cards, but I looked at them and I said, I don't know why. This was before I was even into crystals, but this is also confirmation of, I knew that I was going to need those cards at some point, or going to want to use them in a reading. And so look at, here I am. When you do things intuitively and you pick things because you just know that they feel good to you, I've learned, I just picked them and brought them home, and I've been using them. But in the beginning, I didn't know why I was bringing them home, because I wasn't really into crystals. And so, but here I am, look at me talking about crystals, and I am in love with crystals. And look at this card. There's beautiful feathers in the background, all the beautiful crystals anyway. It just feels wonderful. That's a beautiful card. And I just, again, get that feeling we've got lots of inverted triangles. To me, that means sacred feminine, the divine feminine, angelic. It's white, just like the pearl, right? It's just like the pearl, white, angelic. Anyway, take what resonates. Absolutely beautiful angels, selenite and angelite. Number 19. Feathers, triangles. There's a beautiful sun shining down at the top, it looks like, onto them. I don't know if you can see that. And the second card I got, it's number 32. It's balance. And the stone is shaman stones. So beautiful. So 32 might resonate with you. 3 might resonate. 2, 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 might resonate. So we've got like 10 and 5 here. We've got 1, 2, 3 ascending numbers, which means you're moving forward in the right direction. And I love balance. Balance is one of my favorite ways of being, or ways of looking at life. Like, to me, that, again, no coincidence. This is giving me the confidence also to keep doing this, and knowing that what I see and feel and resonate with is real, and I can do this. But balance. Everything in life requires balance. Everything. We are all equally light and dark. We are equally good, evil. There is no good and evil, but do you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, everything in life, and I preach that all the time. Balance. We all have to have balance in all things. In all things. in all ways and in all things, we must have balance. And we find that within ourselves, not through anything else. We can use other things to help balance ourselves, but we find that balance within by looking within and saying, I am equal parts light and dark, yin, yang, good, bad. We've got it all in us. We can't be balanced. We can't be whole without the light and the dark. No matter what you perceive your darkness to be, we all have it, and we all owe it to ourselves to work through it and find the balance. So again, I hope you liked this reading. Again, there's no rules, no right way or wrong way to do any of this. I just wanted to share like how fun it has been for me to experience crystals and use crystals in this way without feeling like, oh, I have to know everything about every crystal before I can share stuff with people, and I have to have all of them. Balance, just know and trust, and I'm just putting it out there, and I hope y'all loved this. I love you. I always like to end my sessions with, may all beings everywhere be free from suffering. May all beings everywhere be safe. And may all beings everywhere be loved. And so it shall be. I thank you all. I love you. Goodbye.